Hello everyone, welcome to my review of Transformers Studio Series number 54, Voyager class, first movie, Megatron, or Mega Man as I like to call him, or, if we push you backwards, Earth Shattering from Baiwei Toys, which is a knockoff. Yes, this is entirely a knockoff of the Studio Series Megatron, and this one was absolutely bought on purpose. I was actually looking, unlike any of the other knockoffs that I have in the Studio Series lineup, which aren't a lot, but they are there. This one I actually went out of my way to find the knockoff version for. But this is a very, I don't know, interesting box, I guess. But his name is officially, what is Tangwei? I don't get this at all. But here's the box so that you can officially know that it is a knockoff. If the chest didn't already give it away, and yes, this is entirely why I wanted a knockoff of this figure. Because of the fact that on the original Hasbro release, what they did was they gave him the chest from the Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, and in the first movie he clearly has a different looking chest. So I went out of my way to look at to find this guy. And while the paint job is very horribly done, as you can kind of see throughout this figure, I very much am happy that I got this figure, and I really like this figure. So let's get into this bad boy, shall we? So let's bring him close here, because we got a nice looking head sculpt here, very shiny because of all the lights shining on him. We got the nice chest here with like the gold in between, the nice new looking chest that I actually like, but as you can see there's a bunch of black spots around here. This wasn't done well, but overall I like the new chest. And also Megatron was frozen. I just like to call this battle damage instead. Very much this whole black stuff going through him, which I don't know if the camera picks up because I can't really see it on the little screen, but I like to call that battle damage. But it's a very nice looking chest. However, if I had to make one little suggestion, his head kind of looks a bit up. I kind of wish they had a little bit of a cut in here for the chin, because it seems like he can't really get his head straight because of the chin, outside of like, you know, like lifting his head up like that, but that looks kind of dumb from the side. So it would have been nice if they had a little bit of a cut here in order for his chin to be able to sit inside of. I would have loved that. That would have made it perfect. And then we got the nice looking hands and arm as well. Very nice silver overall, outside of the parts where it doesn't. But the battle damage, people remember battle damage. We also got some nice detail in here, like a little bit of bronze-ish here on the shoulder. We got the nice legs. Now, I have heard people complain about his actual legs being thick as can be. However, this also will provide him for a stable base for standing. So he is not going to fall over, except for the fact that if you punch him, but let's be honest here, if you punch Megatron, you run. And then from the back, this is what he looks like. Very accurate with this backpack here. Yes, the wings are all tucked in, the legs overall, but I don't mind that. I like that, actually. It gives him up, it makes him look very powerful. Kind of, I don't know. I'm not really good with posing, as you can see from thumbnails that I make. Maybe that's why I don't have 1 million subscribers yet. So, let us put Megatron a little bit more towards the back. Also with the very nice legs. I didn't really comment on the gold here on the legs as well. Very nice. Kind of forgot to do that. And the nice feet that he has. So, now then, let's move straight into the weapons. Now, I am kind of confused, so you can let me know in the comments down below. But I think I may have lost a weapon on accident. And sadly enough, the box could not be less helpful in that regard, because it just has a bunch of like AI generated pictures of Megatron on it or whatever, and it doesn't have like what the figure comes with like normal Hasbro boxes do. So starting off, he comes with not one but two of these Smackerinos. Very nice looking. If you want to attach them, what you can do is you can fold in the arms here, and then there's a little tab here that is going to slide right here into the groove in there. So you just want to take this and just slide it in. Take this, and slide it in. And now he can start attacking Optimus Prime, or have a tantrum like a baby. Optimus bit me again. But there you go, very nice looking. Now these things, sadly enough, do not have like bendy wire in it, so that is a bit sad. They do bend, but they don't really stay in position. That is a little bit disappointing, but overall they don't look too bad. As you can see, the very nice mace here at the front as well. And then next up, I think he came with two of these, but I could be wrong. He has a gun. This is the gun that Megatron comes with, and you can actually plug it in the same spot that you did for the other stuff, and he can start shooting Autobots if need be. However, this thing can also, this also happens, sadly enough. This came loose in the box. I think you can actually just glue this together and have no issue with it. But also what you can do, you can transform this thing. So if you lift this up and then rotate this around and then come to the bottom here and lift this out as well, and then close this bad boy back up, you get the extended gun that he used in the movie, and you can once again attach this to him. Kind of like this, I guess. I don't know. I can't really get him to do the pose, but you get what I'm trying to do. But he comes with the big gun that actually doesn't look too bad overall. The gun looks really nice, which is also something that the main Studio Series figure did not come with. Even though in the thumbnail I actually forgot that you can fold this in, so he kind of holds it like this, like a shotgun type of weapon, which also actually doesn't really look too bad. I think that this is a really cool weapon, and I'm happy that they included it in with Megatron, but I'm just gonna give him the shorter weapon because it works a lot better like this. I think this works a lot better, and I love it. I absolutely really like that fact. So let's get this out of here as well, so we can get into Pooh's ability. So starting off with his head can do a rotation and also can go up and down in order to kind of get out of the way of everything else. His arms can do a full rotation and they can go in and out. He has a bend at the elbow and a rotation at the elbow, and his hand can go in and out as you saw for transformation purposes and weapon purposes. Then his legs can go forward about that far, and they can go backwards all the way. Then they can go in and out. They have a rotation here at the top of the leg. However, because of the knockoffy nature, mine likes to, when I use that rotation, it likes to unpeg the legs, so that's a bit of an annoyance. I'm slowly starting to not become a fan of mushroom pegs. I don't know if the other leg does it as well. No, not really. A little bit. And then also you have a bend at the knee, very big bend at the knee, and then his feet can actually have an ankle tilt, and also his toe can move up and down to accommodate poses. So he has a lot of posability because he is a later year Studio Series figure. So with that being said, let's move into size comparison, and we have a lot to go through, so let's just do it. Starting off, here he is with first movie Megatron, the Voyager class figure. Oh my goodness, this thing is sure a disaster, I will say that. Oh man, I forgot how much of a disaster this thing was. But here he is with him. I mean, I do like the fact that this figure tries to do the whole ice motif because of the fact that Megatron was frozen, so I respect it for doing that. However, it does look a bit silly overall. So let's move you out of the way so we can bring in the leader man himself. Leader class first movie Megatron that I also own. Very nice looking, these two together. I mean, the leader class, they did have the biggest budget and they did do a pretty good job. However, the Studio Series one is a lot more accurate, but this one has the more accurate legs. Because of the fact it doesn't really care to put the wings there, it just puts the wings all the way on the back for some reason. And this thing doesn't want to have the wings on the back because of the fact that the back needs to look clean, so it puts it all in the legs. But overall, I like these two together. Once again, this one seems to be going for very much an ice motif with all of the blue that he has inside of him as well. So let's get you out of the way and bring in other Megatrons from the future. So here we got the Megamans of the future, and technically past for these guys as well, because even though this is the first movie, he did come out last. But here he is with the Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon Megatrons, and this is the chest that he was originally supposed to come with. This chest. And it just looks so different from this chest. I like the fact the new chest a lot more, and obviously you got the Dark of the Moon one in the back as well, standing there with a shotgun that kind of looks like he's just got a walking stick with him. But very nice. Let's get these guys out of the way. And here we have first movie Megatron with the first movie squad from Studio Series. Very nice looking. He does seem to be the tallest boy out there, even though technically with the thing that Blackout has, makes him absolutely look taller. It would actually be funny if in one of these reviews I'll just put the Grindor instead of Blackout and see if people can notice the difference. I'm not not gonna do that though. I am most certainly accurate to what I say. But they look very nice together, so let's get them out of here as well for the final size comparison. And here we got Shockwave and Soundwave together with Megatron, looking very, very nice. So let's bring you in closer here so we can get into that transformation. Alright, let's get Megatron transformed into his jet mode. So what you want to start off with is very easy. You want to take the hands and fold it in like so. Then what you want to do is you want to untap the arms from the backpack, as you can see over here. So just untap it like so. That will allow you to get this out. And also, I will warn you right now, there's gonna be an annoying noise. So what you want to do then is you want to rotate this around. Rotate this around. And rotate the... Oh wait, the noise wasn't as bad as it normally is. Also rotate the hands up like so. Then also take this here and you want to untab it like this. So you just want to take this piece here and just undo it and rotate it down like so. And then what you want to do is you want to put these in, put the head in. However, the order of operations here is kind of where my brain can't really comprehend how I'm supposed to do this. Because you're supposed to do all of this and also fold this in. And then also these tabs here on the side, on the arms here, they're supposed to go, let's see, where was it again? Here, right in there. So you also have to do that. So let's just see what I can do with it, because of the new chest might make it a little bit more difficult. So let's put the head inside first. You rotate these things around, rotate this thing up, and then kind of get this around so that you can get this tab in there. Or you just fold these pieces. Alright, we're just gonna try some things, alright? If I find the right one, this is the footage that you'll see. So fold it in and then just make sure to get everything else out of the way. Kind of get it out. I said get out of the way. No. Oh, come on, please work. And then tab it in like so. And rotate this forward like so. And there you kind of go. Hopefully I got it shown. Hopefully I'll be able to salvage this, because oh my god, this part of the transformation I really don't like. Because I've seen people actually struggle with the knockoff version here, where it's like how you're supposed to orient everything. So we're just going to do it like this and hope for the best. Then what you want to do is you want to take the legs here and you want to untap this piece here and rotate it around. So untap the piece here and rotate it around. Then you want to rotate this out, rotate this fully extended, rotate this piece down, rotate this down, and then also come in here, rotate this black piece around, and then move this out, and then alright, this tab here is going to slide into this slot here, this middle slot here. So you basically just want to take this, extend this out far enough so that the tab and the slot can meet and become besties. Kind of like so. We'll adjust this as we need to. Do the same thing on the other side. So take the... Oh, I already did that. Take this piece here, rotate it all the way out, extend this fully, rotate this out and around, and then make sure that the wings are completely straight, like so. And then you just want to take this here and just rotate this in. Come on. There you go. Voila. Then what you want to do is you want to take the heel and flip it all the way forward while also folding the heel down, like so. And then what you want to do is you want to rotate this around like so. And then this tab here on his back is gonna go on this slot here on the foot. So basically you want to rotate this around and make sure to tap these two pieces together. Do the same thing on the other side, rotate it around, tap it together, and then you can take these wings and tap them together as well if you got them perfectly lined up, like so. It also just started to rain outside, and then what you want to do finally with this is you want to rotate this around, and then there's a little, okay, I couldn't show it off on this side. Other side, there's a little tab here sticking out that is gonna hook around this little hook thingy here. There you go, that hook. So you want to rotate this around and then hook it in like so. And you can like lift this out a bit more. Rotate this out and then bam. Basically here we have Megatron in his jet mode. So here we got Studio Series Megatron in his jet mode. And sadly enough he won't be able to really stand because of the new chest. Kind of makes him a bit more wobbly. But overall this is a ridiculous ridiculous looking mode. But these Cybertronian modes usually tend to be a little bit ridiculous. So let's get in close here on some more details. And outside of all of the beautiful silver, where there is beautiful silver and what I like to call personally battle damage, we also got some gold here. It kind of needs to look like gold eggs. Megatron is carrying eggs. And you got the nice bronze in here and down there as well. You got the nice little tail fin here. This actual figure is actually what made me really like this design. Because I never really liked this design because of the fact the figures were never really that good. And then when I got this figure, I was like, ooh, now I like this mold actually. I like this design, so yeah, I do. I mean, it is still ridiculous. I mean, you got like the feet hanging off here. But to be honest, this is the Cybertronian mode, which means it is specifically used for what they call fast travel mode. It's just basically to go from place to place. It doesn't really need to look like anything, even though he does try to resemble a jet. But let's be honest here, he kind of just... he kind of resembles a bit more of a sausage, if I'm being honest. Here, I also... Weird gap here, though. Is he supposed to shoot from there or not? I don't know. I don't know how this thing works. Kind of looks like a shark if you only... Like a beast. Like the head of a beast. All you have to do is put an eye there. And there you go. It's like a head of a beast. And then this is what he looks like from the back. I guess these are supposed to be his thrusters, where he just like whoosh. You didn't really get a good view at his jet in the first live action movie either. That is also a bit of a sad part. The only thing I didn't like about this thing though is the head and how this configuration works. Because I think that I may have done it wrong, but at least I got everything attached, and that's for me the important part. But it is kind of weird though that the way that the head and the arm bits work. I always get confused by that, but I overall like this stuff, even though it does just look like Megatron. You're doing a bit of yoga though. So, weapon attachments is very similar to the robot mode, as in you just take it and plug it in. As you can see in here, you got a little groove that this is gonna go into, so you just slide that in between there, and bam. He can now start punching the air, the sound barrier maybe, I don't know. This thing at least makes a little bit of sense, because he can shoot, but it still looks dumb, so why don't you ever... I should just glue this, but I'm not going to. But like, it always looks a bit stupid. Sure. So with that being said, let's move into size comparison. Moving you off to the side, because we got a bunch of Mega Mans to go through first. Starting off, here he is with 07 Mega Man, the frozen skeleton. And at least this one tries with a lot more effort to hide the head, because here it's just like, oh, hello. But this is what they look like together. And yes, one is the clear winner. And yes, it is the Studio Series one. Let's move you off to the side to bring in the bigger Movie 1 Mega Man. And I really need to do a review for this figure, because looking up how to transform that guy was absolute hell, because of the fact that nobody does it. Nobody shows the transformation for this guy, because Optibotimus's video is way too old. No one else has done it, and the only thing I could actually find that would help me was like that toy guy. However, he speeds up the transformation, so I had to put that video at like 0.25 times speed. But this is what he looks like together, and to be honest, this one was always kind of cool. However, this one looks a lot better, especially with like the back thing here. And the fact that it also has the these things, which this thing doesn't, because it's got the feet hanging off here. But yeah, they look nice together. Let's move you off to the side. And then here we got him next to the Revenge of the Fallen Voyager class figure with the upgrade kit parts. And I don't like this thing's transformation, because I can never get it right and everything. And I really don't like it. One day I'll do a review of this one, probably this year, but I don't know when it's going to happen. Maybe it already did happen, who knows. I like to record some of these. Sometimes I like to record these things out of order. So maybe it already did happen, but I always have an issue with this guy's transformation. It just never really wants to work out for me, and this thing is completely bent. Are you kidding me? No. Oh, man. But this is what they look like together. Very nice, very nice. Let's get you out of here. But yeah, he has the wings and the little wings here, and also the cannon from the upgrade kit. And finally, here we have Dark of the Moon Megatron, whose transformation was kind of difficult to do. because he was fighting me at every turn. But this is what they look like together. Finally, Megatron chose an Earth mode eventually. It took him a bit, but he finally figured out how to do it. And then the next time he showed up as Megatron, he immediately undid it by just not being one anymore, I guess. But this is what they look like together, so let's move you out the way and bring in the boys! And here we have the boys! Look at how good he looks with them. Totally out of place, because everyone else decided to bring in their A game at fighting a Earth mode. Meanwhile, Megatron, well, let's be honest here. In Megatron's defense, he was a popsicle. So he didn't really have time to search for an Earth mode. The second movie is where he could have done it, but he decided not to. So let's get them out of the way for the final size comparison. And here we got Megatron with Dark of the Moon, Shockwave, and Soundwave looking very good, very good, very good together. And this one actually works because of the fact that they both turn into basically nothing but, I guess, fast travel mode. Let's get him out of the way. Pull Megatron in here closer so we can get into that reverse transformation. So let's get the first movie, Megatron knockoff, back to his robot mode. So what you want to start off with is a very simple process. You want to untap this black piece here from in here. After that, what you want to do is you want to rotate this in and fold this in like so, just to get that out of the way. I thought it was a simple step to start off with. So just fold it in and then fold it all the way in like so. There you go. Then what you want to do is you want to take these pieces here and rotate them out. And then split the legs. And then fully rotate the legs. Fully rotate them just to kind of get this out of the way as well. Then we just take this and fold it in. And then you want to rotate this around like so. Make sure that there's this tab here, that this hooks around that tab. So just hook it around that tab like so. Then you rotate this in, and then we also need to rotate this in like so. Basically make a nice little package here so that we can rotate all of this in here. Like so. And then you want to take this, and then there's a little tab here that is going to slide into this groove here. So you just want to take it and line that up. Then fold the heel out, fold out the toes, and there you go. One leg is done. Very, very, very easy. So we'll rotate this around like so. Rotate this in, rotate this whole thing in like so. Make sure that it sits right. Rotate this around like so. And then rotate this backwards and tap it in. Fold out the heel, fold out the toe, and bam, there we got the two legs done. And now we need to work at the upper body, which is not going to be that difficult to do at all. So what you want to start off with is you want to get these arms untapped from in here. Rotate this to the back. Rotate up the head to get it out of the way. Rotate this around, and then also you want to rotate this piece, this arm here, until this little groove up here sits in there. So just rotate this black piece around until you get that. Do the same thing on the other side. So let's see if I can show it off better. Rotate it around until you hook in the tab. And there you go. Then what you want to do is you want to take this nose cone here and just rotate it and then fold it in here as well. Then you want to rotate this around with an annoying sound and then lift this up. And then there's a tab that sticks out here and a tab that sticks out on the black piece here that are going to tap into here and in the back there. So you basically just want to line this up and push this in. And there you go. Voila, boys. And then finally you want to put down the head a bit and fold out the hands as you do that as well. And here we basically have Lord Megatron in his robot mode. So, final thoughts on this knockoff of Studio Series first movie, Megatron. What do I think of him? Well, I'm actually a fan overall. Now, I think that there are certain issues, personally for me. Like this thing not having bendy wire, because that really, really annoys me. You also have the fact that the paint job is a little bit scuffed, and also the new chest, while it looks very nice, I kind of wish there was a little bit of a cut here so that the head could sit better. And also the whole transformation with the arms going in and the head going in. There are some annoyances. However, do I recommend this thing? Well, I will tell you a bit of a story. So, as I was searching out the knockoff of Studio Series Voyager class Megatron. I found this guy for about 20 euros. I will tell you right now that that is 10 euros less than a deluxe class Studio Series figure. So do I think that this guy is worth it? For that price, I actually got a good one. So yeah, however, the issue with knockoffs is and always will be the fact that you have to be careful because some of these might not be good. I have one knockoff who is part of Devastator, which has one piece that doesn't fit Devastator but does fit it. But outside of that, I've heard also horror stories of people buying knockoffs and just breaking upon impact. I mean, Thew has a whole series about it, the knockoff beatdown, that you can watch if you really want to know how sometimes qualities of knockoffs can just be absolutely terrible. However, this one, outside of the paint being a bit bad, however, I would like to call that battle damage. Overall, this figure is really good. So do I recommend him? Yes, I do. If you can find him for about the deluxe class price point, which I did, I would recommend him. However, buyer beware, because it is still knockoff. But that has been my review of Transformers Studio Series number 54, Voyager class first movie Megatron, or Baiwei Earth Shattering, or as I just like to call him, Mega Man. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that bell and comment your thoughts on this figure. And please check out my Let's Play channel, linked in the description and at the end of the video. I upload 3 videos every day of different games, but mainly Pokemon. And I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye!